Welcome student, how are you? I hope you all are fine taking the lesson of agriculture forward. Today we will discuss about technological and institutional reforms in agriculture by government. So today we will discuss about technological and institutional reforms. It was mentioned in the previous part of the chapter that agriculture has been practiced in India for thousands of years. Sustained usage of land without compatible techno-institutional changes have hindered the pace of agricultural development. In spite of development of source of irrigation, most of the farmers in parts of the country still depend upon monsoon and natural fertility in order to carry on their agriculture. For a growing population, this poses a serious challenge. Agriculture, which provides livelihood for more than 60% of its population, needs some serious technical and institutional reforms. Thus, collectivization, consolidation of holdings, cooperation and abolition of zamindari, etc. What is collectivization? Collectivization was a policy of forced consolidation of individual peasant household into collective farms. It was carried out by the Soviet government in the late 1920s, early 1930s. Consolidation of land holdings means to bring together different pieces of lands and merge them into one land. So all the land reforms was main focus of our first 5-year plan. Land holdings necessitating consolidation of holdings due to right to inheritance. The laws of land reforms were enacted, but the laws of implementation was lacking or lukewarm. The government of India embarked upon introducing agriculture reforms to improve Indian agriculture in the 1960s and 1970s. So government adopted Green Revolution in 1960s. Generally, Green Revolution took place in especially Punjab and Haryana in the field of wheat agriculture, in the field of wheat crop and use of new technology, HYV seeds, high yield variety seeds to encourage high production in the agriculture. Increases the use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides and insecticides to improve the farm input. The White Revolution, it is also called the Operation Flood, was initiated to improve milk production in the country. It was launched in 1970s to make India self-dependent in milk production. Dr. Varghese Kurian is known as the father of the White Revolution in India. Currently, India is the world's largest milk producer. Therefore, in the 1980s and 1990s, a comprehensive land development program was initiated which included both institutional and technological reforms, provision for crop insurance against drought, flood, cyclone, fire and disease, establishment of Gramin banks, cooperative societies, and banks were providing loan facility at a lower rate of interest were some were some important steps in this direction. Kisan Credit Card KCC. It is a short form of KCC. Personal Accidental Insurance Scheme. It is short form of PAIS. Are some other schemes introduced by the Government of India for the benefit of the farmers. Moreover, special weather bulletins and agriculture programs for farmers were introduced on radio and television. For example, Krishi Darshan, it commenced on 26 January 1967 and is the longest running television series in the world. The government also announced minimum support price, remunerative and procurement price for important crops to check the exploitation of farmers by the speculators and middlemen. Land reforms were the main focus of the first 5-year plan. In this series, Vinoba Bhave started Bhudan Andolan to encourage big landlords to donate a part of their land to the landless farmers. Mahatma Gandhi declared Vinoba Bhave as his spiritual heir. He also participated in the Satyagraha as one of the foremost Satyagrahis. He was one of the votaries of Gandhi's concept of Gram Swaraj. After Gandhiji Martyrdom, Vinoba Bhave undertook Padyatra to spread Gandhi's message covered almost the entire country. Once when he was delivering a lecture at Panchampalli in Andhra Pradesh, some poor landless villagers demanded some land for their economic well-being. Vinoba Bhave could not promise it to them immediately, but assured them to talk to the Government of India regarding provisions of land for them if they undertook cooperative farming. Suddenly, Sri Ram Chandra Reddy stood up and offered 80 acres to be land to be distributed among 80 landless villagers. This act was known as Bhudan. Later, he travelled and introduced his ideas wildly all over India. Some jamidars, owners of the many villages, offered to distribute some villages among landless farmers. It was known as the Gramdan. However, many landowners chose to provide some part of their land to the poor farmers due to the Fear of Land Selling Act. This Bhudan Gramdan movement initiated by Vinoba Bhave is also known as Bloodless Revolution. Many people came out in the support of Vinoba Bhave and donated land. A small plot size hampers proper farm management. To improve the condition, the government brought certain measures for land reform. In some states, land was redistributed so that all of the land owned by a farmer could come on the single plot. The reform was successful in some states like Punjab and UP, but could not be implemented throughout the country because of poor response by farmers. That's all for today. We will discuss remaining part of the chapter in next video. Thank you.